Since the release of Modern Horizons 3, there have been very few true aggro lists. But in today's video, we're going to be taking one of my brother's brew, Mono Red Phoenix, through a League of Modern. And when looking at this list, it does have the 8/1 drop Browse creatures alongside 6-shot show-off for the aggressive starts. And if you can get the Dream start, we also have Faithless Looting and Highway Robberies to bend the Phoenixes to bring them back. And as you can see, this deck can easily play 3 spells. And you don't even need Manamorphose because we have a lot of way to cast free stuff with either Gut Shot or even Flashback and Lava Dart from the graveyard. And if you're questioning this list because it's not jam-packed with Modern Horizons 3 cards, trust me, it is worth playing, and we'll be showing you why in this video. Just a friendly reminder before the first match starts to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Match when we're on the draw and starting hand looks a little weak, and our 6 looks much stronger here. We'll bin a Soulscar Mage, and it reveals a Devour. When it goes turn 1 Forest Utopia Sprawl, we draw a Looting. We will go turn 1 Mountain into a Swift Spear. When it goes Eldrazi Temple, we top deck another Mountain. We'll attack in for 1. Then we'll play out our Mountain, and we will plot our Slickshot Show-Off. And on the end step, they do cast a Close Looks command. We'll cast a Malevolent Rumble. An opponent picks up a Shifting Woodlands off that, and they cast out a Microsmod, picking up another Temple. Okay, we draw another Faithless Looting. We will cast out our Show-Off, cast out our Manamorphose. Okay, we draw a Soulscar Mage. We'll fire off the Faithless Looting, and we'll discard a Soulscar Mage and a Highway Robbery, cast another Looting. Then we will discard a Lava Dart and a Faithless Looting, play out our Islet, fire off a Lava Spike at the opponent, and attack in with the team. They block like this, we will flashback Lava Dart, and they go down to 3, and we have a Bolt in hand. Wait, this is really bad. They play out an Emrakul. Opponent draws us a Highway Robbery, they attack in 13. Yep, and they take out our creatures, and they bolt ourselves. Okay, land off the top is not bad. I think we play land, then we cast Highway Robbery, sacrificing a land. Ooh, and we top deck a Bolt. Easy game. Let's get on to sideboarding. And I think we don't want anything here. Blood Moon's too slow, and we just want to be aggressive, so we'll just submit the list. Game 2, I think this hand's just too slow again, so we'll go down to 6. And this is much stronger here. We will keep, I think we're just going to bin a Phoenix. Top deck a land, great draw. We'll go Mountain into a Swift Spear. An opponent went Eldrazi Temple. Opponent plays out a Cavern into a Talisman of Impulse. Top deck a Bolt, pretty good. We'll go land, Swift Spear, Bolt the opponent, and poke in for 4. Yep, and they K command, and they play out a Sanctum of Ugin. We draw another land, we will plot our Slickshot, and then play an Islet. One plays out a Labyrinth into a Karn, picking up a Chalice, which actually is not that big of a deal. Yep, and here comes a Chalice. Okay, Manamorphose, that might get us there. Play out our Slickshot, then we will play out Manamorphose, draw a Bolt, play another Manamorphose, and Lava Dart should do it, so we'll bolt the opponent. It gets countered with Chalice, bolt them again, then fire off a Lava Dart, and then attack in for 11. And they say GG's, the take down that match somehow. We were 1-0, let's get on to the next one. We are on the play, and we're up against a Karuga deck, so I think we will keep this hand. They keep 7 as well. We'll go turn 1 Islet into a Looting. We'll just get rid of a Phoenix, and I guess land. One plays a tapped land. Ooh, we find a Swift Spear. We'll play out a land, play out a Swift Spear, and attack in for 1. One plays a Hedge Mage, and then mills over a Flayage. And we find another Swift Spear. It's actually pretty good. We'll play that out, go to combat, attack in with the team. Before damage, we will fire off a Bolt. One plays out a Cavern, naming Elemental into a Risen Reef. Find another Bolt, we will fire off a Manamorphose into another Manamorphose. Find a Highway Robbery, we will fire off a Bolt on the Reef. Then we'll fire off a Bolt at face, and go to combat. We get a Phoenix back, and this is 13 damage. And yep, they do have the Evoke out of Solitude. Not sure why they didn't do this before we took out their Reef, though. They're down to 1. And they scoop it up. Let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to bring in 4 Blood Moon and take out 4 Highway Robbery. Game 2, starting hand looks fine. Then it goes turn 1 Hedge Mage. Keeping the card on top, we draw a Slickshot. Not bad. We will play land into Soulscar. Then it goes Fetch Shock into Fire Ice on a Soulscar. Manamorphose, not bad. Pick up here, land, and we'll plot our show off. Then it goes Cavern into picking up a Karuga. Okay, Lava Spike, not bad. We'll play out our Swift Spear. Play out our Slickshot. Land, fire off Manamorphose. And in response to this, they do fire off a Solitude, taking out our show off. Another land, not great. I do think we're going to fire off both of our burn spells, though. Then poking for 4. One goes land into Rough Tumble. Another land for us. I do think we're going to play the Islet out, even though it's a little bit extra damage on us this turn. Go Phoenix. And opponent does fetch, taking them down to 3, which is very notable. And they do keep a card on top. Nothing from the opponent. We will go to combat, attack in for 3. And they do evoke out of Solitude for this. So their last card is Karuga. So we'll just try and find the burn spell now. Find a Phoenix. Punishes us a little bit here. Okay, well, I guess we're sacking both here. We'll go land into a Soulscar. All right, opponent goes tapped land, so that means we just have lethal here. I mean, that extra does it, so we'll just go land Lava Spike. And easy dub. Let's get on to the next match. We are on the draw, and starting hand just has no threats or way to manipulate our hands, so we got them all. And this is much stronger here. We will keep, and we're going to get rid of one of our lands. So it goes turn 1 Shelldock Isle. Probably means they're a mill deck. Up deck a Manamorphose. We'll go land into a Swift Spear, poke in for 1. Plays out a Ruon Crab. We'll go land, attack in with Swift Spear, and I guess we will plot our Slickshot while they cycle their visions into a fetch land. Pretty good. Oh, we do find a Phoenix, though, and they do fetch shock here. Okay, we top deck a Lightning Bolt. We will fire off our show off, and we will cast a Manamorphose. Wow, we find another Phoenix. We will cast Faithless Looting, and we will discard a Phoenix, and I believe a Show Off here. Then we will bolt through on crap, play land, go to combat, try and get back 2 Phoenixes, and they scoop it up there. Pretty impressive turn 3. So let's get on to sideboarding. And again, I don't think we're making any changes here. Just the matchup gets way worse post board. Game 2, we're on the draw. Starting hand, it's a little too slow, and hand's very similar, but at least it has a Lightning Bolt for a crab, so we'll keep this and been a Lava Spike. Opponent's also on a Mold of 5 currently. Opponent ends up settling on 5 and goes turn 1 tapped Watergrave. We go turn 1 Mountain. I'm gonna place out a crab, milling us for 3, and yeah, we will try and just bolt this. Mill us for another 3 and get a Surveil land. We draw another Show Off here. We will guess we'll play one of them. We won't even plot it and just attack in for 1. I'm gonna place out a Field Rune. We draw another Phoenix. We'll just play out our Slick Shot. Then we'll attack in for 2, and they drown one of them. I'm gonna place out a Round Crab. We top deck a Bolt. I think we are gonna go Manamorphose here, try and dig for a land. We do not find that. So I think we'll just play another Show Off, as weird as this seems, and attack in for 4. And I'd be taking much more aggressive lines if opponent didn't Mold to 5. Touch land for the opponent, and still nothing of note milled. Okay, Faithless Looting's not a bad one. We'll fire that off. Wow, that is unfortunate. Guess we'll get rid of 2 Phoenixes. I think we're just gonna Lava Spike the opponent here, and there's nothing we got to do, so we'll just go to combat. And opponent just scoops it up there. Let's get on to the next match. We are on the play, and start hand looks fine. We'll go turn 1 Mountain into a Soul Scar. It goes turn 1 tap land. Gut Shot, not a great draw here. We will fire off Metamorphose. Wow, and they do, meet this with a Force Negation. Reasonable. We'll attack in for 2. Opponent goes land and then plays out an Archaeologist, getting a +1/+1 on it. We draw a land, and we'll just go to combat here, attacking. No blocks. So land, and I think we're just pass here. Nothing from the opponent. Okay, Arclight Phoenix means it's a go. Fire off Faithless Looting. We will bin an Arclight Phoenix, and I think a land here. We will Gut Shot the Archaeologist, and we will bolt it. They ephemerate it. Pretty good. And we will just go to combat here, get back our Phoenix, attack in with the team, and they do chump block the Soul Scar. They have another ephemerate. Jeebus. Okay, I mean, upkeep, I guess we just have to let this go. We get a Prismatic Ending off the first one, and a Leyline Binding off the second. And they play out a Surveil land, and they ending our Soul Scar. Another land for us. Not a great pickup here, but we will go to combat, attack in, and we'll just pass here. I'll cast a Glorious Vengeance on their Atraxa, and I think that at that point we're just too far behind, so we gotta scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. Game 2, we're gonna get away from the Phoenix plan here and take out Phoenixes and Highway Robberies for Blood Moons and Surgicals. Game 2 starting hand is just way too land heavy, so and our 6 is not much better, even though Surgical is great. Like 4 lands and no threats is bad. Yep, and this hand is much stronger here. We'll bin both the Faithless Lootings. We'll go to Turn Mountain into a Soul Scar. It goes Fetch Shock into a Faithless Looting. It discards Ephemerate and a Glorious Vengeance. Another land, not bad. We'll play that out, go to combat, attack in for 1. Then we'll play out our other mage. Opponent shocks in a Watergrave, playing out an Archaeologist. And they did bring in Leyline of the Void, so I feel good about getting rid of my Phoenixes. Swift Spear, great draw here. Play that out and go to combat. And they do block our Soul Scar mage, so I think we will Lava Dart the Archaeologist. It means we get 2 extra points of damage and get to take out the Archaeologist. Oh, never mind. They Force Negation that. All right, well, I think it's worth to fire off the Surgical. We'll take out their Faithless Looting. Wow, and they did have a Faithless Looting in their hand, so it feels pretty good. And we take out their Archaeologist and put them down to 8. And plays out their Emperor. We draw a land. I think we kind of have to attack here. Wow, they just make this block like a beast. Wow. That's so unfortunate. All right, I guess we're just hold on to our land. Another land off the top. That's so bad. We'll play that out, and I guess we just have to pass. Okay, they bring in an Archaeologist instep, picking up a Mystical Dispute. They play out a Swamp, exile our Soul Scar Mage. Okay, Lava Dart, good draw here. We go land, and we attack in with the team. They block our Soul Scar Mage. I think we will Lava Dart the Emperor. Wow, they found a Force Negation. Jesus. Okay, they're down to 4. Yep, and they take out our Soul Scar. Blood Moon, great draw here. Slam that. Draw a go from the opponent. Draw a go from us. Land go from the opponent. Okay, we will... Ooh, I guess we will play the land. No, they can't have Mystical Dispute. All right, that is a real threat. Land go from the opponent. All right, I guess we'll play out our Soul Scar Mage. Attacking for 1. And opponent scoops it up. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, hand is a little light on the interaction part, but I think this is good enough. It's super aggressive. It goes turn 1 Surveil land, and they are on Mold of 6. Oh, shoot. I accidentally went through my first combat. Oh, let's hope this doesn't bite us too bad. An opponent plays out an Archaeologist, milling over an Atraxa. Blood Moon, not a bad one. I think we will Faithless Looting. Okay, lands are good. We will get rid of a Lava Spike in the land and go to combat. Back in, and they do block, so we will bolt the opponent. Opponent plays out another Archaeologist, picking up a Wear and Tear, playing out a tapped land. Find a Gut Shot. We will slam our Blood Moon, go to combat, attack in. They do block, so we will Gut Shot. Opponent plays out Faithless Looting, discarding a Gristlebrand and Ephemerate. Then they fire off another Looting. They discard an Emperor and a land. Gut Shot off the top, not bad. Attack him with Swift Spear. I think we will take this opportunity to fire off 1 bolt, and we'll also fire off a Gut Shot. And opponent's down to 9. Opponent plays out a Pyroclasm. Good thing we saved a bolt. Wow, and they do Consign to Memory the trigger, but I think this is fine. Soulscar Mage, perfect draw. Opponent goes to land, and to another Pyroclasm. Find a land, we'll fire off a looting. A bolt's good. Opponent flashes back looting. They play out a mountain. Find a Soulscar. Opponent flashes back looting. Discarding double vengeance on any spell, Alright, that does it too. And we'll fire bolt. Yeah, they're down to 3. Attacking with the team. Hey, we got it. Let's get on to the next match. We are on the draw, and starting hand is a little too weak here, so this hand looks much stronger here. And we're going to bin a bolt. Opponent goes turn 1 Sacred Foundry into a Guide of Souls. Another land for us. We'll go turn 1 Mountain into a Faithless Looting. Yeah, and we'll just discard 2 Phoenixes. Opponent goes Plains into an Ajani, then attacking in for 1. And we top deck a Manamorphose. We will go Mountain, and then we will plot a Slick Shot Show Off. Another Guide for the opponent, and they attack in, and they pump their Guide. Another Highway Robbery off the top. We will lead on casting our Slick Shot, and we'll play out our Manamorphose. We find a Lava Dart. We will cast a Highway Robbery, and we'll discard a Lava Dart, and we will play out a Mountain, fire off a Lava Spike at the opponent, then go to combat, get back 2 Phoenixes, send in with the team. Yep, and they do have a discharge for our Slick Shot. When it fetches out a Plains, plays out a Flage, taking out one of our Phoenixes, and they send in with the team. We're down to 4. Another Highway Robbery, not great here. We will cast it. We will sacrifice a land here, because we're not making another turn. Faithless Looting, fire that off. We needed that show off, like, maybe at the beginning of the turn. So we'll discard these 2 cards, play out our land, and yeah, I don't think that we can do anything here, because they're at 15. We can get back a Phoenix, deal like 7 extra damage. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. So we got to scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. And I don't think we'll make any changes here. We'll just submit the list. Game 2, we're on the play, and starting hand looks pretty decent. Lead on turn 1 Mountain into a Soulscar. Opponent goes fetch for a Plains into a Guide. Okay, another Soulscar Mage. Yeah, I guess we'll just run out one of them and go to combat, tack in, and no blocks from the opponent. So we'll just run out another Soulscar. Opponent plays out a Mountain into an Ajani. We top deck another land. We'll fire off a Morphos. Lava Dart, not a bad pickup here. I think we will bolt the Ajani, Lava Dart the 2-1, and then just go to combat. Attacking with the team. Wow, no blocks. And they're down to 8, and we'll hold this land. Yep, an opponent has a Flage here, and they take out a Soulscar, gaining 4, and they do attack with their Guide, pumping it. Top deck a Lava Spike. We will fire that off at the face, and we'll play out our land, fire off a Lava Dart, sacking the land, and attack the opponent down to 2. Opponent fires off a Discharge, taking out a Soulscar Mage. When they play a Stack Prison, taking out our other one, and then they attack in. When we find a Bolt off the top, we'll bolt them. We take down game 2. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, starting hand is, I think, a little too weak for us, so we'll wow, and this hand is not much better, but I do think we'll keep and bin a land. An opponent goes turn 1 Stack Prison. I don't think they meant to do that. Okay, land off the top, not bad. Yeah, they definitely meant to play out their 1-drop. Opponent fetch shocks for a Goblin Bombardment. Okay, another, the 4th Islet, interesting. We will plot our Slick Shot. Opponent plays out an Arena of Glory into a Guide of Souls, and then runs out an Ajani. Another land off the top for us. Guess we will cast out our Slick Shot, cast out our Manamorphose, find a Lava Spike, fire off at Looting. Okay, these are not bad pickups here. I think we discard the lands here, fire off a Lava Spike at the opponent, play out our land, go to combat, back in, then yeah, we'll fire off Lava Dart at face. And opponent takes it all the way down to 6. Opponent plays out a Flage, yep, pretty good. They gain 4 life, take out our Slick Shot. Yep, and they sacrifice the Flage to the Goblin Bombardment, dealing extra damage, or attacks them with the team, and they do use the energy to pump up their Guide. Then after combat, they do sacrifice their cat to flip the Ajani, and they zero it, making a cat, gain a life, deal some damage to us. Okay, land for us, not great. And I think our only way we can win this game is by firing off a Highway Robbery, sacking a land. Yeah, and even then, I think it was a bit of a stretch, so sadly we are going to lose to this, energy deck, which is very good, and unfortunately in the 5-0. Overall, definitely like this list. It's definitely a glass cannon. There's not a lot of consistency or even longevity in this list other than Phoenix. And if I was to make some changes to this list, I'd probably take out the Highway Robberies and probably the Phoenixes. They just felt a little bit underwhelming in many matchups. I think just having this be like a mono red prowess list seems pretty sweet. And that means you could get rid of the card disadvantage with Faithless Looting as well and be a little bit more of a burn list. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.